everybody. Welcome to Bitch Sesh. I've missed you guys. It's been a week. What a week it's been. What a week with the elections. Guys, we're bouncing back. Just a year ago, it was tough stuff, dark times. But you know what? This week, yes, she can, is all I have to say. Did I say it's Danielle Schneider and then it's Bitch Sesh? I can't even remember what's happening. Guys, we have an exciting co-host / guest this week. She's everything. I didn't need anybody else because she's everything.
I check a lot of boxes.
You do. That voice, you guys know that voice. She is a favorite. People always request you.
Wow.
And some people say like, you know, more of her, less of you
No,
to me.
they
Yes.
don't. But you do
And
have
I
the best
agree.
fans. You
We
really do.
We completely do.
Yep.
Guys, it's Leslie Grossman.
Hi.
Oh my God. Leslie, I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
And I was excited just because for so many reasons, but when I saw that Atlanta was back,
Yep.
I was like, I need Leslie. Because I need
week.
someone who has a powerful vision about the Housewives, someone who takes it seriously. It's not a hobby.
This isn't a game.
No, it's not a joke.
Nope. Sure isn't. I'm not
doesn't-
wasting hours of my life. I'm maximizing hours of my life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I needed you. I couldn't have the riffraff.
I am honored
had to
and
have
I'm thrilled to be here.
for reals you. Now, you've been living a life lately that I've only been following on Instagram. And if you guys are not following Leslie Grossman on Instagram, like just die. Like you don't need to go on with your life.
There's been some Housewives connections.
There's been so many connections just to society at large, to the bigger picture at large, that I'm blown away by. I really am. I'm like, you're living a life that I dream of. Like I almost texted you the other day, like, aren't you so proud?
The dream every day,
what
Danielle.
You've become of like I felt proud for you. And you guys, Leslie has had a star turn on American Horror Story Cult. It was just about to come out last time you were here.
Yes,
it
I
hadn't
think
come
you're
out
right.
yet, and
Yes.
now it's been out and people have gotten it, and you were brilliant
Pretty crazy.
on it.
That's so sweet,
and
Danielle.
Gorgeous
Thank you.
too.
Oh, I
Gorgeous.
disagree.
Why?
I disagree.
Well.
First of all, whenever I see myself on camera, I'm like, oh, it's so sweet that my friends and family act like I'm normal looking, when clearly I'm violently deformed. Also, you haven't lived until you find the Reddit chain about what's wrong with your face.
Oh.
So I broke all the rules, and I
don't
didn't
do
just
it.
read the comments. I went into the darkest pit. And I want to tell you something. It's a jungle out there. And you should never, ever look. But people are concerned about my face. Some people have a real problem with it.
Oh God, I don't
felt
want to
great.
know about my face, my hairline,
Nope.
my cowlick.
Because I don't know if you know this, Danielle. I got into this because of my incredible good looks.
Oh,
and I
as
was
did I.
Well, I was a teen model. And
Yeah,
people
me
told me
too.
my whole life, like, your physical beauty is so extreme, it's got to be recorded. And that's my attitude.
For me personally, it was all about like, don't develop a personality because the outside
Correct.
is enough.
Why waste your time?
No, what you got going on the outside is all I need.
Correct. So, I'm just, it's stunning to me that people have such issues. It feels also great as a woman.
Yeah.
Because that's a really great way to treat actresses.
Yeah,
is
it's
to-
it's insane.
This took a dark turn. I didn't mean to go down this road with you, and I apologize.
But I will say though, I don't look my name up. People,
Nope.
if they tag me, I got no defenses. I'm gonna
No,
look.
you have
so
to
I always
look.
say, don't tag me. You can say anything you want about
But don't
me,
tag
but don't
me.
tag me. Is
Correct.
what I've said to our listeners, and that's how I feel about when I talk about the Housewives. Like,
What if it's
I
nice?
talk shit about the Housewives.
Oh, but don't tag a housewife.
But don't tag a housewife because I don't want them to know what I'm saying. I don't
No.
want that. And I also don't want to know what people are saying about me if
Correct.
it's mean.
Yeah,
So
live in your
because
bubble.
I equate like what you hear or read on the internet to like secret cutting. You know what I mean? Like where you're just like I don't want to do this, but I got to feel this pain.
You're
you know what I
so
mean?
right.
Like
God, that's a great way to put it.
Well, because that's what it feels like. I know that rush.
Yeah.
There is a rush that you get that you need sometimes from the pain.
like a dirty pain.
Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking is like you read one not nice thing and you're like, oh, that kind of stung.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can move on.
Well, sometimes I can laugh at them. Like sometimes people say something so mean and I'm like, that's
Right.
so true.
You're like, sure, whatever.
I don't know why it makes me laugh.
But when you read a grouping of them together, it's like getting stung by 1,000 mosquitoes at one time, and you're like, I don't feel so good. So
I got some Ebola.
so that's been a real harsh learning curve.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
And people like, but here's what's funny. When I talk to like friends of mine, as opposed to being like, that must have really been tough for you, Instead, they yell at me for looking.
Yeah.
They're like, how could you? I'm like, I'm a victim.
No.
But anyway, I don't know why I went into that
Well, because I've
terrible
said that you've
turn
had
of
this
events.
amazing life right now because I've seen you have done some things. I just want to like bandy them about. Okay. American Horror Story being the first. You were at a wedding
It was
recently
insane. It was
that
amazing.
Kris Jenner was oversaw it.
Yeah,
the overseer of the wedding. Is that what they call them?
Let me tell you about that wedding. So Colton Haynes, who stars on the show, who's like, by the way, is somebody who is the best looking person ever.
He's an icon, right?
He's beautiful.
Yeah.
He literally, he's a model. He was a model, continues to be a model.
Yeah. Continues to use his face for money.
And God bless him. So he got married to a guy named Jeff Leatham. And Jeff is I don't know what the term is, but he's a celebrity florist, which sounds...
I think that's the term.
But it doesn't mean that he like brings like some Gerber daisies to someone's house and puts them in a vase. Like I think he's the artistic director for all the Four Seasons. So he flies to Paris once a month to do their entire lobby over. He has an apartment in Paris. He does the Four Seasons, but he does events like you cannot imagine. Do you remember when Kim Kardashian launched her the KKW highlight contour?
Yeah, of course.
And there was that famous rose room.
We all remember the day.
Right. I remember the rose room. It was a room that was just thousands of roses on the ceiling and then mirrors. Like that was his concept. He's really brilliant. He's an artist. Incredible.
I believe it.
So they got married.
You don't have to tell me.
You're like, I got it. Picking up what you're putting down. So, but they're this couple that they're like, they're very dear friends with Cher. They're very dear friends with Tina Turner. They just returned from like Samoritz, where they just went to go visit Tina somewhere in Europe, fancy. And then like they're very good friends, a lot of very fancy people.
Is that a hotel in Laguna?
What? And one of their very dear friends is Kris Jenner. So they were getting married and asked Kris to officiate.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, she was fantastic. She was phenomenal. First of all, she is a very beautiful woman.
I believe that.
She's
completely
stunning and was charming, funny, graceful, was really lovely. It was a really nice ceremony. It was short and sweet and to the point, and they were both in tears, and Kris was really good. She was really, really good.
Believe it.
I was very impressed. And then, Chelsea Clinton was there.
What?
And here's the thing. Like, I love a pop culture more than anyone, but nothing means more to me than politics. Like, that is my obsession. And I saw Chelsea and my eyes roll back in my head. I started convulsing and I was like, and this was a small wedding. This was only about 100 people. So you couldn't like be embarrassing and ask for a picture and then like disappear into a crowd at the wedding. It was like, I'm going to see you 75 more times. So I basically strong-armed Jeff, the groom, after the marriage. I was like, hi, you're going to need to introduce me to Chelsea. So Chelsea was talking to Kris and Chelsea was showing on her phone. It's good that I'm doing pantomime because it's a podcast. So Chelsea
she just picked up her phone.
So Chelsea was showing Kris, I think it was probably pictures of her kid.
Charlotte Naden?
Good for you. You know what? Mazel. Thank you for that. So they were looking at pictures. It was and they seemed to be very friendly. And I bet you the Kardashians were very supportive of Hillary during the election, I'm sure.
I felt like they wavered. It doesn't.
I think they're just not public about it. But P.S., let's be honest, they're going to do whatever Jay-Z and Beyonce do.
Yeah.
So anyway, my friend Jeff was like, Chelsea, this is my friend Leslie. And then
my heart just skipped a beat.
And then Kris was standing there and Kris said something to the effect of, she's like, oh, you don't want to meet me? Something like that. And I was like, no, of course I would like to meet you, Kris. You're an icon and a legend. And then she seemed a little irritated. So she and Chelsea, I stood there like an idiot for, I'm going to say a full 2 minutes waiting on my picture.
That's tough.
With Chelsea. Well, Chelsea was like, okay, just wait 1 second. She's very polite, but then was showing Kris her pictures. And I was like, I feel like I want to die. Like it was like a full 2 minutes of me being like, I guess I'm going to just stand here and wait until this. That sends from a picture, but I was too deep in. I couldn't get out.
Yeah, you
so
can't
guess
just
what
walk
I did?
away.
So Kris actually took the picture of me and Chelsea. It's the worst. I look like a ghost with a thyroid problem
Can you send
that
that
latched
to me
onto
so we
her.
can show our podcast?
I don't know that I can have it out. I'll show it to you because I
Okay.
purposefully, don't you think I'd want to put that out?
Yeah,
It's pretty,
of course.
I also have crazy eyes. Like I look insane because of course I was like, your family has meant so much to me and your Twitter it's fantastic. And and she was like, she said something to the effect of like, you just got to keep going. You got to keep going. And I was like, clearly.
She meant like, you please move on. You got to keep going out of here.
Exactly. That's what she meant. She's like, I've had this conversation 78 times today. So let's move it. And then I was like, but Kris, I would love a picture with you as well. And then she vaguely begrudgingly took a picture with me. By the way,
We'd already heard her.
I put my arm around her. She kept her arms down. And then Melanie Griffith, who was there.
What?
I heard that iconic voice go, photo bomb. And so in the corner of the picture is Melanie Griffith like poking her head out.
What is happening?
It was crazy.
That's
it was
insanity.
very funny.
You know, I invited Bill and Hillary to my wedding.
Sure.
But not random. My husband is from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, that's great.
And he isn't friends with the Clintons, but
it's a community.
Parents. Yeah, it's a small community. His parents, his dad was a businessman. You know what I mean? So they knew of each other. And so his father had asked us to invite them to our wedding. And I was like, of course. Yeah. Like, again.
Yeah.
Very, like, you know, like we all invited some of our parents' friends. Like I invited like 2 of my parents' friends and he invited like 3 of his. Sure. One of those being the Clintons.
Amazing.
And so I sent them an invitation. I was like, where does this go? I believe I sent it to, I think
her office
at the time.
Like in New York or
I think she was in but not that. Like I didn't have that address. I think I had like a P.O. box,
sure.
you know, like where they send the riffraff.
Yeah.
And I sent it. I felt so crazy sending it. I was like, do I say something? Like, and I also sent them the invitation for the rehearsal dinner.
Yep.
Like, which was
Guess what? Maybe they were going to be in town.
Strange. Yeah. Like I was like, okay. And the rehearsal dinner invitation was so casual. Like, you know, like we had just taken a picture and then basically like printed. Like it was so weird, that I decided. I was like, okay, I'm doing this.
Good for you.
So I sent them pictures and I never heard back.
You didn't even get one of those formal presidential letters?
Not even a formal presidential letter. Again, I'm still a huge fan and will forever be indebted.
Maybe it's coming. But I will say this, Chelsea and her husband are clearly...
Mark?
Yes. He's, by the way, he's adorable.
Oh, I think so too.
Was super friendly and they are so clearly in love. They were dancing on that dance floor. They really like each other. Like you can tell. They were really enjoying each other's company, like having a night away from the kids. They were adorable. And Chelsea is very pretty.
I believe
in person.
So
she's
too.
very chic.
Yeah, of course she is.
Very
She's
chic.
Amazing. And I'm just so, you're living, like again, aren't you so proud?
Well, I was very much on the periphery.
I don't care. I was like, just be on the periphery.
Remember the 2 minutes that I stood there waiting for my picture?
Again, look,
it was sad.
Was that humiliating? Yes.
But it was worth it.
Was it worth it? Probably not in the end.
Well, the best thing of the night was that Lisa Rinna was at that wedding. So Lisa was there.
Dropping these names now, as if they like the bury the lead.
No, hold on.
My God.
Now I have only heard really great things about Lisa Rinna. That she gets it.
Yeah.
She's very smart and very funny. So I see her at this wedding. Of course I clock her and I'm like, oh, I'll be getting all over you later.
After I wait in line for 2 minutes.
Correct. I'm going to pay my respects to you.
Yeah.
So I was looking down on my phone and she just sat right down next to me because she's a huge fan of not me necessarily, but the show. And she's watched every season. What? And she was like, hi, I just want to tell you, I think you're great on the show. And I wanted to meet you. And my name's Lisa. And I was like, I know who you are. And I wouldn't even let her talk anymore. I was like, you are an inspiration. And I was like, when you were on that junk boat in China and you just gave Dorit the finger, I was like, you are a legend.
Was Lisa drunk during that?
No. During the junk boat?
During the junk boat.
Oh, I didn't ask. We didn't get into details. But she looked, her body, again, we took a picture. I'm roughly 17 times her size. Like she's...
everyone's 17 times her size.
And wearing a dress that was like one string.
Of course.
And looked amazing. And I have to tell you, so friendly and sweet and lovely and lived up to every expectation.
I love Lisa.
She's great.
I want to be
Lisa gets it.
Do you think so?
I do think she gets it. I think she's in on the joke and I think she gets it.
Then why? Let me ask you this.
Then why X, Y, and Z?
Then why? Okay. And then we'll move on to, there's so many episodes this week and some of them we'll just, cover a little bit. But why did she tear up then when Kim brought that crinkly bunny bag back?
Because it was the best TV
it
on
was
the face.
The best TV, but it seemed genuine.
I think it was it started off as a genuine something and then she was like, oh no, this is great. I'm gonna use this.
She felt the camera. It's like
how great was it?
Soap or whatever when it's like, oh, I feel like camera two, capture that tear. You know what I mean?
It was a little germ, and then I think she was like, oh, I can feel the camera on me.
Yeah.
I remember how great it was when her eyes just filled and she was like, I don't.
Oh yeah, one tear. Yep. She's like,
it was fantastic.
If she gets that, if that wasn't real,
I want to believe
that deserves an Emmy.
I think maybe it was 20% real and 80% like, you want a show? Oh, I'll give you a show. Like you want. And by the way, did that not end up being the most iconic moment?
I mean, it's in the top 10.
She no dummy. She a hustler. She
Wow.
knows how to make sure you're all talking about Rhea.
You're making me rethink everything because I had sort of turned on her, and I love her, and she is kind, and she's been kind to me. But I had sort of turned on her a little bit. But now I think she's a genius.
I think she's a genius. I do. I think she's a real genius. And
One
she's going to
time-
hustle those daughters into the new Gigi and Bella.
They already are.
If it's the last thing she does.
Delilah and what's her name?
Who knows? But it's
I want
all
to call
happening.
her hoverboard or something. I don't know.
Antigone? I don't know.
Something name. One time I was in the audience for the Ricky Lake show.
Yes, you were. By the way, I have also been in the audience for the Ricky Lake show.
I
Yes.
was visiting New York. I think I was like in
I did in college too.
I lived in New York in college, and so Ricky Lake was on, and she was like a big deal.
No, I
and
remember.
I had a very bad coughing attack in the audience, but I tried to cover it.
Oh, no.
Like, because I was super sick, but a friend of mine was just in town and really wanted to go to Ricky Lake, and I was like, I had like 102, and I was
You're like, I'm not missing
I'm
this.
not missing Ricky Lake. And so there was, one of those like paternity episodes where they're like, surprised you're the father, which were the best. And I had a terrible cold, and then they revealed a father, and I started having a coughing attack. But then it was so loud in the audience that I wanted to cover it. So you know how like when you're coughing and you're trying to like hold it in, your just eyes start pouring
it's
down.
horrible.
So I saw them. Stop, like camera, like push in on two. This girl's really feeling it, and they really like. So I was like on that episode, like hysterically crying,
That's
but really just
fantastic.
having a coughing attack.
Good
so
for
that
you.
was my Lisa Rinna moment.
That's a
where I
great
was like,
story.
yeah, thank you. Now, let's talk Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta. Atlanta's
Thank
back.
God. Thank God.
Fucking God.
Because OC has been a little bit of a snooze fest.
Oh, and it's also just been dark, OC.
Agreed. Yeah.
Where Atlanta gives light.
Although Iceland, Vicky and the thing, that was great.
Well, thank God for that.
But that was the
moment.
only exception.
Yeah, but I do feel a little bit like, and I think I said this last week, that we were in OC, we're at the Overlook Hotel, where it's like light all the time and snowy and cold, and I don't know what time it is.
Oh, it's
and
very
I'm losing
unsettling.
my mind.
Yeah.
But last week,
room.
but Vicky with the robe over her head was just, I screamed, and I said, like, I just screamed, like, we're back, baby.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that was just like, oh, we're back in business.
But it's really about Atlanta.
Yeah, but Atlanta, like, even though nothing really happened this episode, like, I'm still having so much fun.
Okay, here's the thing. I need to talk about Nene.
Okay,
Now,
yes,
first
please.
of all, I live and die for Nene Leakes.
Who doesn't?
I have forced her to take many a picture with me.
How has she reacted to those forces?
She doesn't talk. You go like this. You're like, hey, Nene. And she goes, And then you're like, can I take a picture? And she'll just kind of give like a,
And she is one of the Ryan Murphy players, as
Correct.
you are as well.
She was on The New Normal.
Yes.
She had no memory of me.
Really?
We spent like 2 very long days together doing a table read and then a rehearsal, and she has zero memory of ever meeting me.
Okay.
So but here's the thing about Nene. Nene now speaks only in like memes and GIFs. I don't know if it's a GIF or a GIF.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a new language and act. Everything is so overdriven. Like there's no real words in the words anymore.
Really?
And I feel like, first of all, I'm here for it. Like, don't think I'm not liking it because I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with it. But she is now she's a
kind
different.
she's become a caricature of herself. Like she knows what
That's
people
not
want
even a
from her.
strong enough way to explain it. It's like it's like she visited another planet and then adopted their affectation and came back. She also knows it's like I feel like every single sentence she says is planned to be isolated and put on social media.
Wow.
So, and memed. So she's so slick and so aware of the game, and it's all about self-promotion. So I do feel like she's now so violently self-aware, particularly because she stepped away and came back, that I feel like it's a little
Not genuine.
that's not even the word. It's a little
Practiced?
It's a little cynical. Wow. Do you know what I mean? That she knows it. This is her job.
This is the game.
This is the game. Again, I'm here for it. And some of those things she says are the funniest things I've ever seen.
No one is funnier.
She also closes her eyes. You know when she talks to people? You notice that? She goes like this. She'll be like, Kenya, oh, I know. Where Bae? Where Baby at? And then her eyes are always closed when she says it.
I did notice that.
Remember
Now that
in
you're
Waiting for
telling me.
Goffman where she's like, I do this new kind of acting?
Yes.
And when I look at her, I close my eyes. It made me think of that.
Speaking of waiting for Guffman, the way that Chris Lloyd, or not Chris Lloyd, Chris, who's the one who does Waiting for Guffman?
Christopher Guest, right?
Thank you, Lyra. Chris Lloyd, I don't know. Who
That's from
Christopher Guest.
Yeah.
The way that he has like a group of players, that's you and Ryan Murphy. Like you're part of his ensemble.
Well, I mean, I'm lucky enough that he's hired me. I think there's people that have worked for him more than I have, but I'm happy to be like on the bench. And whenever he feels he would like to call me up, I'm thrilled to get called up to play.
His caliber of actor is very high. And so that's such a huge
I don't know. It was
thing.
a little intimidating to be in scenes with Sarah Paulson. I was like, don't screw it up.
No,
she's really good at it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's on another level. Like, you know what I was thinking, like the first day I ever worked with her, I was like, so everyone like walks in with their little toolbox and you're like, here's my little toolbox. Like this is my acting toolbox. And it's like, it's a little normal toolbox. You would get
just like a caboodles.
Correct. A caboodles, exactly. And she's like, oh, that's your box? I have a literal, like a big rig out. And those are all my tools. And there's 70 big. She's really good, but unbelievably kind and the least judgmental person. And it's just like, let's get into it. You're great. Let's go. Like, couldn't be. I mean, it sounds really corny, but she's a real actor. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not in it to be famous. She's not in it. Like, she's like, you are her scene partner. And you could be at a 99-seat theater on Santa Monica Boulevard and she would give it the exact same effort and energy.
I'm like that too.
Me too.
I recognize that in myself.
But I did do like...
Look at what I'm giving right now. There's 4 people here and you guys are getting my best.
I did do a lot of apologizing the first couple of days we worked together. I was like, it's going to be better. The next, like there was a lot of that.
The warm up. This is the warm up.
I'm just getting there. So anyway.
No, that's amazing. And I'm happy to know that because I am obsessed with her.
She's worthy of being obsessed with, by the way.
Now, back to the ATL. It was exciting to see the OLG, the old lady gang, especially because April and I went there recently, and it was everything we wanted.
Was
it?
It?
Yeah.
Was the food good?
Yeah, it was delicious.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, it was great. And Ace was the host. Little Ace.
Is he so cute?
Oh my God.
I think Todd is very good looking.
Disagree.
You don't agree?
No, he's not for me.
Oh, I think he's cute. I think he's
really,
yes.
But that Ace is
so cute,
insane, and I think Candy is gorgeous.
I do too. Well, first of all, I love her.
Me too. And she might not be the personality of the show, but they showed that iconic moment. It was like, I see you too.
Well, first of all, that reunion, that was brutal. Yeah. I mean, when she got very upset.
No, as she should have.
Yes.
To be accused of something like
not
that
okay.
is pretty terrible.
Was Mama Joyce there when you were there?
No, only Ace.
Oh, got it. Just alone. Ace by himself.
We did. April and I were like, who's watching Ace? No, he did seem to be put to work.
I love it.
But it was adorable. I mean, they know, like, he's so cute and he was so sweet. April didn't even know it was Ace. He was wearing a shirt that said Ace. And April was like, who's that kid?
Oh, that's so
and
sweet.
April was like, who's that little boy? I was like, that's fucking Ace. That's a celebrity.
He could buy and sell your ass, April.
Yeah,
he did. He was like, she was cool.
She was like looking at his game on his phone. I was like, bow down, it's Ace. April was like, and I, of course, was acting a fool because I was like, it's Ace.
Oh my God.
Again, he's 2, but still.
I get starstruck by certain celeb children also, and it's pretty dark.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I don't feel great about it.
I've seen them around town.
Like if I saw Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, I'd fucking get excited.
I've seen some kids like randomly in my daughter's like camp and stuff where I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And then I get nervous and can't talk. Like it was just a day camp and then all of a sudden like, cause it's all just like some day camp out in the park. It's just like nothing. You know what I mean? Like we're all just parents, but then you're like, oh, I don't know how to speak anymore. That's a person that I've seen on television. But like you just kind of like lose your mind.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm just a parent being parent talk.
But I feel so desperate when I get excited about seeing the kid. I'm like, Leslie, get it together.
No.
That's sad.
I know.
Why do I even recognize you?
I know. It's so weird.
But again, if I saw Danny Lynn,
I
would literally be like, like if I saw
Brielle Zosiak Behrman, I would lose my mind.
Come on. Now talk to that. Let's talk about those girls.
They're 45 years old, both of them.
What's the middle one again? No, yeah.
Ariana?
She was the holdout, and I thought she's going to be cute. She's going to be a top. Nope, they got her too.
No, they got her
she's all
too.
She's all Jennered out also now with the lips and the thing and the eyes.
They look older than I look now.
But they look so great. I mean,
insane.
Did you see the picture of Kim at the airport last week?
Yes. What was happening?
Please explain to listeners.
She was wearing a robe
with no shirt underneath.
Like what?
And it was pretty open. It was like a Harvey Weinstein thing.
Andy once said that he was worried about their finances, and I agree.
How could you not be?
Yeah, like he's not working. Like she's got a show, but again, like on reality TV, they pay, but they don't pay lots and lots the way that these people are living.
And they got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I worry every day. Like again, I don't have my own reality show, but still I worry every day. Like and these people are spending.
I mean, how much money can 310 Shakes give you for your Insta post?
I guess so, or else FabFitFun.
Flat tummy tea.
No, I do want to try that flat tummy tea.
Let's give it a shot.
I'm interested.
Do you think do you think it's just meth? I'm scared I'll drink it and commit a murder.
Honestly, hope.
Let's get into it. Okay,
50 Shades of Cynthia.
Yep.
A party.
I have to say this. Cynthia is so stunningly beautiful.
Yes, agree.
And I forget. And in that first, remember when Nene comes to her house, the lake house, and she's wearing this
to Lake Bailey?
To Lake Bailey, thank you. And she's wearing like a beautiful flowing dress and her hair is pulled back and it's just her face.
Yeah.
She really is.
She's stunning.
She's
flawless.
50 years old and she's from
her
another.
Her mother is flawless. Her mother
that's
is
true.
gorgeous. Now her sister doesn't get the looks.
And I think that's probably the root of a lot of problems. Yeah. But she is just a
Mel.
stunning.
What's her name? Mel? She's
Mel.
always a mess.
Mel. Yeah.
Something. She's
Hated Peter.
Mess. Yeah. Well, she was right about that. But Cynthia's mother and Cynthia are flawless.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Like
more gorgeous than ever.
So, I mean, sure, a 50 Shades of Cynthia birthday party.
Why not?
Why not? But all the looks, like people were like, they had to like Google image them. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't remember that look. The only look I really remembered that anyone did was like kind of the big hair look. But all the other ones, I was like, I don't remember that chain on her face. Like,
maybe it was old modeling pics.
Very specific pics.
Maybe.
That I was just like, all right. And then Kenya married. Now this is fake. Yes? What are your thoughts on Kenya?
First of all, I think she's been downgraded because she doesn't go on the vacation.
What?
She doesn't. Okay, this is what I've heard.
Okay.
My intel has told me. The trip, you know how every year they take a trip?
Of course.
She's not on the trip.
What?
And if you're not on the trip, you're one step away from being a recurring guest star.
Like they brought Marlo on to fucking South Africa.
That's true. But if you're off the trip, then you're screwed. Kenya, I gotta tell you, she's so violently unpleasant. And I bet you nobody wants to shoot with her anymore. Like,
really? I kind of have been liking her more.
Why? Tell me. What do you think of how she didn't invite her own father to the wedding and embarrassed him? And then she did a Facebook post and he had to call her about it and say, my friends are telling me you got married.
There are some.
What do you think about that? You think that's respectful?
Look,
her poor
are
father.
There some personality flaws? For sure.
She's another one who's also a very beautiful woman, but oof, is she ugly on the inside? Ooh, sorry.
I don't agree. I'm sorry. I think she's sad and desperate on the inside.
Well, yes, she's troubled.
Well, I think like someone who I think is ugly on the inside is Lydia from OC. Like that is an ugly human being on the inside.
Will you pause that? Because I want to get into that.
Yeah, we will get into that on OC.
But, I want to hear all about it.
But Kenya, on the other hand, I think
it's just trauma. It's just horrible trauma.
I think she I don't think she's. I think she has lived through shit.
Oh God.
And
I feel terrible.
no, because
child of abandonment.
I'll go in on people that also have been childs of. I'll go in on fucking Danielle Staub, even though I think she is a victim.
Yeah.
But
so you have empathy for Kenya?
I didn't. But Casey sort of turned me around on her in a way. Casey did not like Candy. Casey was all about Kenya.
I've always loved Candy.
Me too.
Always. And I think she's the true talent and the true workhorse of all those women. She's the one that has a
no
real
one denies
job.
Her talent and her work ethic. And her two houses right next door to each
Love
other.
It. Mm-hmm.
Plus another one down the street for her mom.
Sure.
But I think Kenya I used to think was rotten and thirsty.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I see her sadness and I also see that stuff with Matt. I felt bad when that.
Did you think that was real?
I did. I don't know that she loved him, but I think he loved her.
Do you think that was a real relationship?
As much as Kenya can have, yes.
Like you think he really busted out the windows in her garage and
3
did all
times?
that?
Yes.
Wow.
Same windows over and over again? Yes.
And you think she was in love with him for real?
I think she loved that he worshipped her. I don't know what she can experience as far as like because of trauma. Like I don't know what she knows of love.
Good point.
But I do believe that she loved his interest and that he was younger than her and I think he looked up to her and worshipped her. And so I think
that is a very kind and generous outlook.
Thank you.
I disagree. But I acknowledge your take on it.
Thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But please say thank you. Like, what's her name from Jersey?
Marjorie.
Please?
She was like, thank you. When they brought over her, the greenest salad I've ever seen.
It really was.
And she was like, thank you. So, and just stuffing all of that arugula into her mouth. Like, just getting so sick watching that.
Yep.
But yeah, so you don't think this marriage is real? I mean, who is this person?
Baby.
That's
what we call him. It's baby. There's no way this is real and that it's going to last.
No, I know. And,
There's
and
no
as
way.
we all saw the pictures on Instagram, everyone laughed and said, Kenya again.
Oh, Kenya.
She
sad.
wants it so desperately, and it's tough to watch.
Yeah, it is tough to watch.
But also, like, we had Big Daddy, we have Baby.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah,
it's all
that's true.
part of the same. And here was the most shocking thing about her, what she said about Baby was that they're not going to live at Moore Manor.
It's because there's too much bad blood there. But I think this is an excuse for her to continue to live separately from him, because now she's good. You got to get around to putting the house on the market. Maybe there's some work that's got to be done from Matt's destruction.
Yeah.
You got to fix the windows and the holes in the walls. I just think that's going to really drag on, and that's going to be a really great excuse. Like, you don't live together. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. No,
Why don't you live with your husband? Like, okay, you can live together until you sell the house.
Is there a wedding document? Like, is there a marriage license?
Danielle, I don't know. I don't know. But guess what I'm going to do? Call a PI first thing in the AM and get to the bottom of this.
I mean, these are the important issues of our time.
We need to know. And if we were really committed, we would have already had this figured out.
I'm ashamed that I don't have this sitting in front of us. I'm sorry, Leslie.
Me too.
I call myself a professional podcaster.
Come on.
Amateur. Amateur.
It's not great.
No, can we talk about Portia's podcast?
Oh my God, Portia. I'm kind of
Portia's
obsessed with the sisters
First
too.
of all, we have an entire system set up here. I don't know if you guys know this. At this podcast, we have professionals, two of them sitting here with a whole system.
It's produced.
Yes. It seems to me that Portia's podcast, they were just sitting in front of a phone.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't. I was like, is this recording? And so I, of course, then had to go look it up.
Yeah.
There are 2.5 episodes of this
there's
podcast.
not.
Yes, there's 2.5. And I say half.
What's it called again?
I believe it's just like Getting Real with Portia.
Sure, why not? Mm-hmm.
There is literally like an intro episode, which is the half, which is like an 8-minute, like, here's my life and here's what I'm talking about. And then there's 2 episodes. So to say that you have a podcast.
No.
Again, maybe I'm a little defensive.
But it is a front to real podcasters like yourself.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Right.
You don't get to do that.
Prepare.
What do you put on rubber gloves and you're a doctor?
No.
It's not how it works.
No.
You go to medical school.
Exactly.
I don't buy it.
Thank you. I had to go to Podcasting Academy. Run by Mark Maron. He was the president.
That was a 6-year program.
I mean, really, it's like what you have to do to be a vet.
$350,000.
Oh, worth
you still
every penny.
have the
Worth
loans.
every penny. What is that?
This is their bed. It's just small.
What is that a picture?
Kenya's
what are you
Moore's
talking
bed.
about?
April just showed us Kenya's Moore's bed.
Why did she post that picture?
She's trying to hashtag Wifey Chronicles.
It's just a
Oh,
small
God.
bed.
It just looks small.
Okay, I want to tell you something. That's not even a queen. That might be a full.
That's a full.
Nope. First of all, I want to say this. I've been married for 18 years, and the key to my marriage is a very large bed, and it's not even big enough. I want to be able to do 2 full revolutions without touching my husband. So this is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
I'd have to sleep sideways with my head and feet sticking off to have more room in the opposite direction.
Wow.
What's the picture next to the bed?
It's supposedly
Yeah, it's them.
It's their wedding picture.
Wait, it's her and baby.
What?
Yeah, wait, it looks, you know who it looks a little bit like? Was Chaz Dean, the guy who makes the shampoos?
Yes, the one who makes your hair fall out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He does look like Chaz Dean a little bit.
Oh boy, we got to get to the bottom of this,
Yeah,
April.
let's get to the bottom
I
of
have
this
to
guy.
know immediately.
Well, just a heads up. Her other post is 2 dinner plates.
Her other posted 2
So it's
dinner
all,
plates.
and is it like Wifey Chronicles the whole
Yes,
time?
But it's also like no photo of any actual person.
This is very
guys,
odd.
No photos of any people, April's
But she
saying.
did post a video
From the wedding?
from the wedding.
She
But it's just
posted-
her.
Yes.
Like rolling around.
Insane.
It's like Wicked Game. Remember that old video? But just her and no guy.
Yeah, that's a very odd thing. That's very odd. Why?
She's odd.
Wouldn't
It's
you want
odd.
the world if you had a okay?
This isn't a
hi,
real wedding.
I was gonna say, if you had a real marriage, you're like, I'm so excited. This is my husband. This is his picture. We're to get like you would be thrilled to shout it from the rooftops.
Is there a world, just devil's advocate here,
Go.
that she just doesn't want the marriage to be affected by the reality show because we have
look,
seen reality TV break up so many marriages?
Like, I can't believe I can't. Cameron on Southern Charm. You never see her husband.
No, you sure don't.
He doesn't show up. And
No.
she's very open about it. He does not want to be on the show. He's a real job. And I respect that. But Cameron.
He's an anesthesiologist. I got upset because someone told me he was a dentist, and I was like, no. I got very upset.
He's an anesthesiologist.
He's an anesthesiologist.
I thought he was a surgeon. I'm a little disappointed.
Oh, you're disappointed in anesthesiologist.
I mean, it's an MD, but let's be honest.
Really?
It's not a surgeon.
Well, I got upset because I was like, and again, I have a family of dentists. No disrespect to dentists, but disappointed.
John was an anesthesiologist, so.
Dear John was
Yes.
Dirty John was not an anesthesiologist. He pretended
He was a nurse. He was a nurse.
Not even.
No, I think he was a nurse in the anesthesia world or something.
But like, did he have even like a real
Listen,
license?
Dirty. Look, if I'm going to take your attack, Dirty John had a lot of trauma in his childhood.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you? But guess what? Dirty John's sister, she's just fine.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
just fine because she knows you can't blame your childhood for what happened.
Yeah, but that father was a real piece of garbage.
He was a piece of work.
Yeah.
Guys, we're skipping all around
Sorry.
today.
Because I'll talk about Dirty John with anyone that'll
Guys,
download that.
Sheree's
I love
new
her.
testimonial.
You know that I love her.
I love her.
I love her. I think
I
she's
love-
amazing.
Oh, so do I.
Also, I think last season she was incredibly real
me
about her
too.
horrible marriage.
Yes.
And really in a pretty
and we
genius
watched
way.
it, and we watched it unfold.
But she did something that I was like, oh, you're a genius, where she didn't want to slander herself. She was like, I'll let his behavior speak for itself. So he probably was thirsty to get in front of that camera. And she was like, great, come on. And she barely said anything. Do you remember she just quietly let him say all the horrible things he said? I felt terrible for her. She was truly like an abused wife.
Yeah. And I think it all came back to her because he was charming and we got to see kind of his transformation, what we saw. I remember saying like, I'm finding this relationship with Bob like fresh.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing Sheree just kind of like in this new light and I'm feeling really good about it. And then to watch her like come to the realization that this man has not changed and have it bring up these awful memories of the truth of
and he
their
admitted that he hit her.
relationship.
Now, isn't she dating someone who's in prison?
Now,
This is what the blogs say. I don't know. I'm just saying what the blogs say. And apparently he's getting out soon.
The way that
Prison Bay.
that the ads made it seem like the preview, it was like call from correctional facility, and then Sheree like going outside to take the phone call.
This
So,
is
like,
what the blogs have been saying now for months.
yeah. So again, like, look,
The streets are talking.
the streets are talking. I wish her luck.
Me
Do
too.
I think that maybe again what she's been through, and I don't want to like. You know, a lot of people have been to prison and have been rehabilitated.
And a lot of people go to prison and continue to grift.
exactly.
AKA Apollo Nida.
Exactly. So I said we've had some bad experiences before. Joe Giudice, I don't know if he went to prison before, but we all knew he was a bad character.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, Sheree, you need to have better taste in men. You need to pick better. Your
Why do you
picker
think
is
you don't
off.
deserve better, Sheree?
She does. No one deserves better than Sheree.
I know, but she needs to feel it, Danielle.
I want to tell her. Like, I want to, and I'm sure other people have told her, but
I love her. She's so funny.
Oh, she's hilarious.
She's great.
They're all so smart and funny.
Yeah.
New York and Atlanta are the only places that I am laughing with them.
Yes.
They are funnier and
there's
smarter
no one does better confessional
and lighter.
than Bethany. Yeah.
They laugh at themselves
I agree.
in a way that none of all
Totally
the other
agree.
women are too stupid to laugh at themselves. I think you have to be smart
To not take
be
yourself
able-
seriously. Agreed.
And that is what Atlanta has in spade, and some of the New York women have is the ability to laugh at yourself.
Absolutely.
And-
Ramona, Sonia, definitely
Yeah.
Bethany.
Yes.
Who else? Carol. I mean,
Carol, yeah. Well, I mean, Carol doesn't really
just
put
boring
herself
now.
out there.
Yeah.
But the new and Luann can laugh at herself.
Lou can laugh at herself, Danielle.
And Atlanta, they know how to laugh at themselves,
Yes,
and
they
they
have
know how to
fun.
hate each other, but still have a good time together.
Absolutely.
Which is so important
They
for
like
a housewives
to have fun,
trip.
Danielle.
They do. But guys, like this was just like, yeah, whatever. This episode was fine. It's a starter
It was
episode.
it was a lot of just setting stuff up. But
I just wrote alert. Sheree's new blonde testimonial look.
oh
Alert.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a Sia wig.
And then just Nene and oh yeah, it is Sia.
Yeah, I think that might have influenced
To
her.
watch a Nene and Sheree scene is to watch artists at work. You know, like
It's poetry in
You can
motion.
watch them do nothing, and it is beautiful.
There's also
and
just a lot
funny.
of like, roar, roar. It's a lot of
I-
noises, which I love.
I love it. I love how they always make each other turn around and see
Totally.
what each other's
Squirrel,
wearing.
squirrel.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. And also, Sheree so has Nene's number, and Nene knows Sheree has it. So I think she's like, we're simpatico. Like, I'm not going to pull shit on you, and you're not going to pull shit on me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They both know where the bodies are buried. They're not going to say anything.
Last thing about Atlanta before we'll take a little bit of break, a little commercial, is that when they all talk to Kenya about her husband or whatever, and like, well, great. And she's like, a toast. To my, like, she toasts herself on her own marriage. And it was one of the sadder things these eyes have ever witnessed.
Yeah. Does it, you're really in pain about Kenya. I can tell.
I am. Mm-hmm. But you know what?
Tough.
It'll all get better. It gets better.
Okay.
All right. We'll take a commercial. Hopefully it'll get better. All right. We're back. Can we talk Dallas?
Yes. I have very strong feelings about it.
Yeah. What are your feelings?
Oh my God.
No, we're totally back.
For 1 second, I didn't know. Okay, we're back. I want to tell you something, and I mean this.
Okay.
And I want you to listen, everybody out there. People are sleeping on Dallas.
I know.
And I want you to know that it is rapidly becoming my number one. It's almost going to knock New York off my perch.
More than Atlanta, not more than Atlanta.
I'm telling you right now, Leanne Locken is the single most important cast member that's ever been on any. Has there ever been one like her? Has there ever? They're just hands.
Oh, yeah.
Brandy. I can't. Deandra's mother.
Oh, dude.
She can't blink. I love her. I look forward to every one of those episodes. I let my OC build up on my TiVo.
Me too. On my DVR, I'm going for Dallas instead of OC first.
Guess what I never missed? Dallas. That reunion I've thought about every 5 minutes since I've watched it.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking every 5 minutes?
Well, first of all, I love that Deandra is the only one who tells Leanne like it is.
Yeah, she calls her out.
And Leanne bows right down to her.
She's
like,
does.
Yes.
She always like, I own
You're
it.
Right.
I own it. She's like, I own it. It's not a cop-out to own it.
That's a good Leanne Locken.
I was like, wow.
But what I also love is it's very Trumpian, where it's like, take her seriously, but not literally.
Yeah.
Because she has said thousands of times, she's like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't mean I'm going to kill you.
She's like, I'm just saying.
I was on medication and didn't know what I was. Really, I've taken a Xanax. I've never threatened to kill somebody. Well,
she literally said, she goes, and this is a quote, she goes, I said they're just hands. I see how you could think that was a threat, but I can also bake a pie with these hands.
Oh my God. She is a mess. And also, how about how her own mother is absolutely terrified of her?
Yeah.
Her mother is terrified of her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought, and I said last week on the episode, I thought her mother was going to be a monster, and I could not wait to see Leanne's mother. And she was just like a little librarian. Not that she didn't do anything wrong.
No, but guess what? I also understood she got knocked up at 19. The guy was like, see you later, lady. And her parents helped raise the kid, and she had to go work.
Yeah.
And I understand that was very traumatic for Leanne, but Leanne is a borderline. So she can't for 1 minute see it from her mother's perspective. Yeah. Her mother does not seem crazy. Her mother seems like a victim of Leanne.
No.
She was so scared.
Oh, and then there's also Cameron.
Oh my God.
What do you think of Cameron?
Cameron is just so horrible and awful.
I kind of love watching her, though. I can't take my eyes from her.
And why is she on Leanne's side? Why does
because she's got nobody else.
So they just made her be on Leanne's side?
Well, she had to gravitate to somebody.
She
can feel holier than thou with Leanne.
You know what it is? It's that there isn't a shred of anything that's genuine going on there. Like, it's all so crazy and ridiculous that it's like, I'm not invested in you. If you're not, you can be big and over the top and ridiculous or whatever, but if there's literally not 1 second of 1 minute of anything real, I'm not interested.
No, I hear you.
I'm not interested.
She did say the dumbest thing, though. She goes, when they were saying like, oh, you say we're not from this zip code or whatever. And she's like, it's not a comment. It's like, I'm not from Paris. So I'm not Paris society. It's just logic. It's like,
you do.
What?
Your impressions are very good.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really
That's the
impressed.
nicest thing anyone could ever say
it's
to me.
Really
ever.
Good. Sparkle dog food.
Sparkle dog food. It's going great.
Oh, it's just, she's tough for me. It's just, she never says anything funny. She never says anything clever.
And she did say one funny thing.
What?
Don't you remember when she was like, and that's why we need plastic cups?
That was true. You know what? 100%.
I mean, I think it was accidental, and she was a little drunk.
When Leanne gets in Carrie Duber's face, and by the way, I love that name, Carrie Duber.
Carrie Duber, when she's like, your breath smells like shit. She's like, good.
I hope it smells like dog shit.
She was like, lick it up.
That was literally terrifying. I was chilled to my deep bones. That was really intense. I mean, okay.
Yeah, she was in her face. She was like,
Her belt fell
I'm not
off.
your friend.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was terrified.
And also, like, what's her face? The blonde one?
Stephanie. No one remembers her name because she is indistinguishable. From
I also
another
have to
human
tell you
being.
something. She's very upset over her son's dyslexia. I just want to say something. My daughter's dyslexic.
Mm-hmm.
Stop acting like it's some horrible, like terminal illness. She cries about it and she's like, my son. First of all, he's like 5. He's fine. He shouldn't be reading yet anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I guess she could think. By the way, that her reunion with Brandy in the beginning. I mean, that was.
Oh my God.
That was.
Well, both of them talk up like this, and it's so strange. Sorry, all my impressions tonight, guys.
They're
You have to
really
bear with me.
good.
Guys. It's all I'm doing.
That
with my
was
life.
really good,
Guys,
too.
if I could just get paid to act as a housewife,
out.
I don't know how I can get paid. I basically just do Andy Cohen cosplay, like all the time. Like that's my life.
I love it.
That's my life.
I'm your number
God
one
bless
fan.
him. There was a really fun thing. They were like, they said to Luann, and they're like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Someone who cares about people
Yes.
with PTSD."
I mean, she is on another level. Now, what did you think about her getting up when she found out Mark was coming out? Because she's going to have to defend the video of, I heard he gets his dick sucked out the roundup.
That was good.
By the way, the up had a very strong P.
The roundup.
Yes. Oh, it was so good. And just keep in mind that she was stark naked, like on the
Yeah.
other side of that door, saying that to Brandy. I mean,
I like what. Well, they remember when Andy Liam was like, "I don't know what she said to me. I was under drugs."
And he
I was on
confirmed that
Xanax."
what
And he was like,
production
"No,
said.
actually, they said that she said nothing." She was like, "Well, okay then."
I love her so much. I
know.
Oh, by the way, is there anything sadder than her friend from last season who just comes in?
But that was one of the reasons I didn't watch last season. Like, I did not watch Dallas last season.
But can she have an ounce of pride that she comes in to just, you know what I mean? Like they'll just be like, Tiffany, Leanne's friend. It's like you were a lead.
Well, that's like Camille Grammer.
Co-star
Camille's
City.
Camille's always showing up to a party at Beverly Hills, and we
true.
are never seeing anything of just like, "Hi, you look fantastic," and she's always like dirty dancing at one of Kyle's
in the
white
corner.
parties.
Look,
Yeah,
she was what was that show?
MTV The Grind.
The Grind. Yes. She's engaged, and I'm very
heard, God
surprised.
bless.
She's going to give up that alimony, which I'm very shocked at.
Is she really?
You have to. When you get married, the alimony's gone.
But it said that he's still giving her like residuals and
But
stuff.
you can't continue to pay. Once you get married, it's done. You don't
Well,
owe
then
them
why is she
alimony.
giving it up?
That's what I'm saying.
She could not marry this guy.
Just
and have
move
a
in
happy
with him
life.
and
I
never,
know.
ever get married.
Especially with Kelsey has so
God.
much money. But yeah, that Dallas reunion was a real treat. At one point, Andy just goes, they were talking about something really dark. I can't remember what it was. Like something about childhood and PTSD. And then Andy was like, let's switch gears. How many of you ladies have had your boobs done?
Yeah, I know. Incredible.
I was like, he's amazing.
And only Cameron has the naturals.
Naturals. Small and natural. Also, they spend no money on Dallas.
No.
That place where they were shooting was a warehouse.
It really was.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. Like other places are always like, we're at the famous Biltmore Art Deco Hotel or whatever.
No,
and
this
the vacation. Like even in Dallas, they just went to Mexico, which again, granted, is an amazing vacation.
Maybe
but if you live in Dallas, like it's like
Do you think
hop
that
skip.
Leanne got the flesh-eating bacteria from that resort?
Oh no, she got it from that doctor, from that vagina doctor. That doctor.
That is so great.
He literally, when they were juxtaposing like her surgery and the other surgery, when he was like dropping a scalpel in her.
God.
It was.
And I can't believe it. Like she's still likes him. She got the flesh-eating
I know, and she's standing by
bacteria.
him. She's like, he is not a vagina doctor. It's like, okay, fine. She's standing
it's so
by him.
Great. I love it.
I know.
Do you like Carrie?
No, I hate her.
Well,
And I hate her husband.
how about how Mark is like, I don't like my kid and I'm bummed she's here.
He's a monster.
And you didn't.
That's
and
why
I want to
hate
be
them.
home with my daughter.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. That whole thing is sickening. He's the worst husband. Worse
Sickening.
than PK. Worse than PK.
You think he's worse? I
think
wish
he's
you guys
worse than
could see what
PK.
she's doing with her hand because it really is punctuating the point. You think
Because-
he's worse than
Because
PK?
PK does not resent his children.
No. PK's into being a dad. You
Yeah.
can tell that he's very
Exactly.
happy to
And
be a
I
dad.
cannot
Yes.
respect a man that is jealous of the attention that his wife gives his child. That is disgusting.
Because that was his trophy wife.
Yeah.
And he already
That's
had his
disgusting.
kids.
That poor child.
Oh, he's a
terrible.
monster. And she looks just like him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's tough stuff.
What's her name?
Carrie? Oh,
The kid.
forget.
Zuri.
For Zurich, Switzerland.
It's really terrible.
They're the worst.
Yeah, that's their place. That's where they like to vacation.
Let's talk OC.
Go for it.
OC. Mm-hmm. Why is Peggy mad?
Well, first of all, when she was like, I cannot disrespect my husband, I must go to that. It's like, wow, that was really intense. I really found myself siding with Kelly Dodd.
Yeah, I know, which is a weird place to be.
100%.
Weird place to be.
Yes.
Now, I have to say, June said something a few weeks on the podcast, Miss June Diane, and she said, I don't think Peggy is there emotionally. She said her mom and dad have passed away, I think, recently. Oh. She has gone through this traumatic getting her breast taken off.
Do you think Deco pushed her to promote the business?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. He was like, Peggy, it'll be good for you. And she can't disrespect her husband.
Yeah. Because I wonder, like, it doesn't seem she doesn't want anything from this show. She doesn't know how to play the game of this show. She seems emotionally just in a bad place even before coming on this show. A very fragile emotionally, especially if you've just had a mastectomy.
Yeah.
That's a very tender, emotionally raw place to be.
Agreed.
So to go on TV after that, what's your, again, I'm not judging. I'm like, what do you want? Where are you emotionally that you can handle this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I don't think that I would personally, again, I wouldn't go on the show in general. I mean, they haven't asked. but you know what I mean? But like, I do feel like to come at it from all of that stuff, why are you here? What are your, I just didn't know.
I think Deco forced her into it. I think he was like, we need to promote our business. This is perfect. We'll make a big splash in OC. And, she wears that t-shirt all the time for the business. I think, and obviously she's totally subservient to him. So I think this is what Deco wanted.
It's rough. I used to just kind of dislike her.
Yeah.
And now I started this week. I don't know why, because I was just like, oh, she's not of this show.
No, and she won't be back next year.
Oh, no. And she shouldn't be for her own health. Some women are of the show. They just can't cut it. Like, there are women that have come and gone, like Alexis, where you're like,
God, I do miss Alexis.
I don't.
I'd love to see. But like, you don't want to check in?
On the jump, Jim?
I would love to see what's going on.
He was another, Jim Bellino was.
Tell me what you think about what's her face.
Who?
What's her face? The one you said was a garbage person.
Who's the garbage person?
What's her name?
Oh, Lydia.
Yes. Tell me everything that you think.
She is rotting from the inside.
I want to know everything. Look, get off her rainbow. Tell me why you think this. I need to hear everything.
I think she is cutting. I think she's dismissive. I think she is holier than thou. I don't think she's funny. I think she has nothing to add. And I think she's
a major shit stirrer this season.
I don't like the way that she talks down to Shannon in a way that is dismissive. I don't like when housewives are dismissive. It worked for Heather for a while because she had personality.
Yes, absolutely.
And because she was funny and she was smart.
And it was part of her shtick.
Yeah, it was kind of part of her princess game.
Correct.
But Lydia comes at it from a different angle, which is like, I'm a better person than you. And I actually think she's the worst person on the show.
I agree. Well, first of all, Sterling, Stirling. It's very, very upsetting. And she, this year, because she was kicked off, she's like, oh, I'm here to party. So she starts fights in every way and any way that she can. When she went on the hike with Megan, and she just like started to take this, it's like, what are you doing? Stop it. I'm sorry, Megan. This is how I feel. Like, she's just really intense.
I guess, and the fact that she thinks her feelings are important.
Very. Oh, and also that prayer circle for Vicky.
Oh, God, that prayer circle for Vicky. Vicky, who needs less prayers than anyone. Vicky's going to outlive you bitches. All you bitches. She is going to go down with the ship. And by the ship, I mean the earth.
Wahooing on your graves.
Yes. She is going to outlive us all. Nobody worry about Vic. Okay?
Agreed, 100%. Did you hear she said that Brianna has the marriage she always wanted for herself?
Last week it shook me to my core.
With that horrible husband who screamed at Leah's mother.
He's the
I'll
worst.
never forget that.
Oh, we all won't.
Also, he's not there.
We all can't believe. He's always like, how are we all moved on from that?
No,
like,
it was scary. No, he's scary. Like,
Ryan.
He's like a secret abuser.
Yeah, he's
and also,
terrifying.
they have such a great marriage. He doesn't live with them.
No.
She's like raising those boys on her own. What is she jealous of?
A terrifying.
Oh, Vicky is such a disaster.
Oh, I know. But again, like, let's not worry about her.
But this guy seems like a solid citizen.
I know, and she hates him.
Yeah.
She is not sexually attracted to him.
No.
Her and Brooks used to have great sex. And with Steve Lodge, she's got nothing.
Brooks. Where is he now?
R.I.P. No, he's not really dead.
What do you think? Like, where is Brooks now, and what is he driving?
Oh, he's just finagling some other woman. He's got someone on the bayou.
Oh
that
my
he's just,
God.
taking some old woman for her money. Like he's just like, oh ma'am, I'm just here to sell you some hats.
Oh my
like
God. He drives, in my mind right now, he drives like a 96 Solara.
Oh, I thought he had like a Cutlass Sierra.
Maybe, but I feel like right now he's trying to build from the ground up again. He is like Dirty John.
Oh, but he'll always come back, and he'll come back kicking until someone kills him, like Dirty John.
Oh,
Spoiler
Brooks.
alert.
We got to find him.
Dirty John or
No,
Brooks?
Brooks. We got to find Brooks.
Here's my question. Not my question. I hate those poor Vikings, first of all. They had no idea what was coming for them.
Oh, God, no. It was
And poor
terrible.
Shannon. Look, I love Shannon. I hate when she tries to be funny.
Yeah.
Like she did at the Viking
she really
restaurant.
does.
Yeah.
Like when she wears her costume.
Yeah, or when she like gets up and sings with them. It's like, oh, Shannon, sit down. Sit down, please.
I'm wacky.
Yeah, I don't like wacky Shannon.
Yeah.
And then just that thing with Peggy and Megan. Like, ooh.
That was intense.
Yeah, like you don't question a woman's mothering skills.
No, Peggy really is, it's not just from another generation. It's like she is like a self-inflicting stepwife. It's very strange.
It's and the fact that she went for it, but then went back. No, I'm not saying anything about your mothering. It's like, well, yeah,
No, you
were.
did.
You
but Shannon
definitely
really
were.
lost her shit,
Yeah, well,
too.
Shannon, it's not a Shannon's bit. Shannon does not know what's not her.
I mean, she really went bananas.
Oh, she's an insane person. But
Yeah.
thank God she's going on hormones. She's like, I just stopped taking them about a year ago. It's like, yeah, we noticed. we noticed, Shannon.
Oh, my God.
She's like, I don't know. I just stopped taking them, and my husband doesn't want us to have sex with me.
Do you think that next season she'll be like dating?
Well, you're going to see her on Watch What Happens Live next
Yeah.
week. I'm so excited for this.
Oh my God.
I'd love any intel that you can
The
give
word on the
us.
street is she has shed a lot of lbs and that
I
she's
can
looking
see it.
great.
She looks amazing. I mean, I think she was eating her feelings, which we
Yeah.
all, God knows I fucking do. And
Yeah.
we all do. And so I think she was eating and drinking her feelings.
Yeah.
And that's tough. And now she is, as we say, lost, 200 some odd pounds in the form of,
I get what you're saying.
right?
Yeah.
Of Mr. David.
Do you
Cold eyes, cold staring murder eyes, Bador.
I mean, I think
you also said that David was working out to murder her.
it's never occurred to me that he wasn't. Like, he looks like somebody who, like, do you know how many times I bet he's like hovered with a pillow over her face and been like, not tonight, not tonight. I think this is good for her. I think it's been years.
I'm worried that she's going to have some tough times ahead.
Yeah.
I hope that she comes
Maybe
out.
she'll meet a nice guy. Here's my fear.
Okay.
Again, not to bring it back to Dirty John, but I'm scared that somebody's going to be on the grift and they're going to spot a woman who's
Shannon,
coming out of a very
look out.
painful
Shannon,
time.
look out. Take
I'm
time.
scared for her.
Take time for your girls, for you.
No rush.
Get you together. Open up that healthy pizza restaurant.
Wouldn't that be
whatever.
great? No rush.
Don't pull a Vicky and feel desperate because you're beautiful and you're smart.
It's the next chapter.
I know. So I just, take some time. And when you see her next week, can you ask her to, please, for us, take some time.
Take some time. She never has to see David's mother again.
God, that
Remember when that woman
monster.
showed up to the kids' gig
To Ladies of Lock?
and told
Ladies of Lock?
everybody who would stand long enough to listen to
Yeah.
what she hated Shannon?
Yeah.
I was like, that's actually terrible.
Yeah, no, she's awful.
Yeah. So good riddance.
No.
Never has to see that woman again for the rest of her life. Good
No.
for Shannon. New world, new life.
I know. It was tough to watch that scene about like her and David at the end, like when she was like, and then she just kept talking to the dog and babying the dog. I
Yeah.
felt like she was pouring all the emotions she wanted to pour into David.
She
into
loves
the
that dog.
I know, but it was because it was all that love she's not using on David because David is withholding.
Oh God.
It's really dark.
Also, here's one thing: Vicky never sticks up for anybody. Have we noticed that? Vicky's always like, "You didn't have my back. You didn't have my back." But Vicky has never had anyone's back.
You've just said basically the crux of the entire series.
Wow.
That's literally like when it's all over, that's the main crux of the series. She's the OG OC, and you are absolutely correct.
She's like, you didn't have my back, but she has never, not once, even people that have stuck up for her.
Yeah.
She will never have anyone's
Do you
back.
think she's a borderline?
For sure.
Okay.
But I think the show has driven her there. I don't think she was as crazy at the
Well,
beginning.
but she's always been so unbelievably self-focused and narcissistic and with her own children. And I mean, like those kids, like, and she'll say, I love them. I love my kids more than, no, you're desperate need of them. You hide under thinking that you're a good mother, but Brianna is the mother and you're the child.
Yeah.
It's really destructive and horrible. And she's lucky Brianna even speaks to her.
Oh, yeah, completely.
And Brianna needs that sweet
Cash.
Kodo
Kodo House.
insurance money.
Yeah.
So she's a terrible person.
No, she is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing about OC is Peggy's fringe jacket / shirt.
Yep.
Do you clock that?
I actually, there's so much going on with Peggy. Biko, I think she's very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like
gorgeous.
crazy gorgeous. But I agree, like this faking that she doesn't know words. It's like, you know that word.
Does she though?
Do you think she really doesn't?
It's unclear.
She speaks pretty perfect English.
Yeah.
All right.
I know people have commented that they don't like the way I talk about Peggy on the show, but I stand by everything I've said.
Why? What do they say?
I don't know. They said that
You're being too mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
But I think today you came from empathy.
Yeah, I do.
She's coming out of a tough place and she's coming from pain.
Yeah. Let's take a break and go back to more pain, Jersey. Okay, speaking of pain and Peggy, Jersey.
It's boring.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to say this. I mean, look, I'm a ride or die and I'll watch it until
please.
we're all burning
When
in
I say
hellfires.
it's boring, it doesn't mean I'm not going to watch.
Precisely.
Like I've never.
What is Pigtails? I won't even, you know what's funny?
Margaret?
I won't commit her name to my memory.
I stopped.
I
too.
won't
Like,
do
I
it.
couldn't. I only remember because I looked it up before the show.
What about her and her twin mom?
That's the pigtails on the mom.
Do you think they've been wearing their hair like that for 50 years?
That seems.
Do you think her mom brought that up and then that's the thing?
Started it chicken or egg type of
Yep.
deal.
I don't know, but that was intense. And your Margaret impression is very good.
All I know how to say is thank you.
So uncanny.
Thank you.
Well, this last episode was just all about like daughters and parents and feeling like you're not connecting with your tween. And I just found it desperately
So
sad.
boring.
And also, I don't want to see Teresa's sweet, old,
Me too.
horribly in pain father sobbing on a cheap lounge chair on a Puerto Rican beach at a sandals resort. It's too dark,
know, it
Danielle.
was
It's
very
too
dark.
Leave him at home.
Oh, leave
rest.
him alone. Let him rest. I've said that.
Gosh.
I'm always like, I think of him and I think of that song, "Bring Him Home" from Les Mis.
Yes.
I'm like, let him be.
Yes.
Let him rest. Like, that's all I think about
he
him.
needs to rest.
I know. I'm like, just get him out of the cameras. Let him alone. Don't make him work at that pizza parlor.
No,
Like,
let
leave
No be.
Let No be.
Oh,
Get him out from
God.
the cameras. Like, let him have a wing of the house that is just camera free.
Couldn't agree
that house
more.
Could not be bigger. You could give him an entire wing that, like just like a no camera zone.
Yeah.
Just let him be.
It's horrible. Why is he allowing himself to be filmed?
I don't think he has any power. I think he's tired.
I thought you were going to say, I don't think he has any idea. He doesn't even know what those cameras
At
are.
one point, he did look into the cameras and start to speak to them, and I pointed that out to you guys. I think that when they were talking
His
about
Italian bathing suit, he got
yes, and
excited.
he was like, he looked at the camera, and he's like, "It's a bathing suit."
His accent is literally like a stock, very culturally offensive imitation of what people think Italians talk like.
agree.
Like, it's incredible.
It's like, oh, pizza, spaghetti,
No, literally,
macaroni.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's Italian, bathing, so it's just horrible. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him.
I know, he's
when
in
we
pain.
fast forwarded. We had to fast forward. He was crying. I was like, for what
were
gain?
like, I know.
For what gain am I watching No cry on this cheap
Too
lounge
sad.
chair
Too sad.
at Sandals?
And we were privy to Teresa's hairline when she wears it back. And that's always tough. Again, I have a tough hairline too, guys. So
Can
I
we
sympathize
talk about
with
Priscilla, the makeup artist?
any. Oh, Priscilla, the makeup artist.
I don't remember her Instagram handle, but there is a woman who does Teresa's makeup, and she now does all of the Housewives. And she
did all the Dallas women, and she made Brandy look the best I've ever seen Brandy look.
She does all of them for Watch What Happens Live, and I feel that her Instagram is a very good follow.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm going to start to follow it.
The makeup is amazing. That's her friend Priscilla.
Priscilla looks insane from the picture that you showed me.
But yeah, it's pretty great. But what's the arc going to be this year? Like, they're setting up the feud that it's like Dolores and Siggy versus Danielle and Teresa. It's like, and it's not real. And it, like, you know what was real was what's her face? God, I
Jacqueline?
forget. Jacqueline screaming at what's her face?
What's
So
happening?
tired. Antonia's mother.
What's
What's her face?
I forgot.
Four
too
nose
now.
jobs.
Yes, Melissa.
Melissa, of course. Like, that was real venom.
Yeah.
And you can't manufacture that.
No, you
and
can't.
that fighting was real. This is not real. This is
No.
like, now I'm beefing with Dolores, but she's my sister.
And Margaret, to me, feels like pushing agendas that aren't real fights.
And like,
it's
no
all-
one cares that Dolores' ex-husband is living there. No one cares.
No one is interested or cares
So
in her.
what's the real conflict going to be? Because
know.
there was real, I mean, don't ever forget that season. I don't know what season it was. the first year that Melissa and Joe were on, where they opened at that christening.
Ooh.
And there was no, you didn't know what was happening. You're like, wait,
No.
who are these people? Oh, we're at a christening. Oh, this
And
is
he was
Tris's
like,
family.
get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that was, I gotta
Real.
tell you, I felt a rush just thinking about it.
Yeah, me too.
We are
just
so
now.
far from those days right
No.
now. It's
Yeah.
not like a Dolores and thank you having
Yeah,
a lunch
thank
is
you.
not going to cut it for me.
No.
Like I miss Jacqueline.
Me. I mean,
She was
I
a
knew that
good
we had
shit
She was,
stirrer.
yeah. I knew that she had gone off the
miss
deep
Carolyn?
end last year. No, we were done with Carolyn. I think
right.
she had her
Talk
time.
about my family.
Don't talk about my family. You're a clown. You're a clown. You know what you are? You're a clown.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, so Jersey, we'll see what they've got in for us. You know, there's a lot that we had 4 shows we covered. Thank you so much, Leslie.
Oh my God,
for-
it's my pleasure.
And
I'm
I just
thrilled
want
to
to
be
plug
here.
you on American Horror Story. Call everyone. The season is over.
There's only one more
episode
episode.
left. So watch that. And also you can catch it on iTunes.
Yes, it's a really good season. You should binge it.
And follow Leslie on Instagram because you won't be sad.
It's just Leslie
Anything
Grossman
else you wanna
on Instagram.
plug for us
No,
right now?
But okay, you know what I want to plug?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you haven't watched Dallas, you go back
Yeah.
and you binge this whole season and you prepare yourself for that reunion. And I'm so excited we have a second part.
Thank God.
Is there gonna
Only
be a 3-parter?
2. No, it's 2.
That's terrible.
Only 2.
The third one is always a bunch of throwaway stuff. But I really feel like
That
people...
last year Atlanta, they had 4
it's
parts.
enough.
Don't you fucking forget that.
It's enough. It's enough. But you need to, you guys, I'm telling you, Dallas is tipping the scales. I think we've got a dark horse in the running, and I think it's going to be a real upset.
Yeah. Well, thank
Just
you.
saying. Thank you.
Leslie,
Thank you
you're
for having me.
amazing. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I was so excited that
Thank
you could
you.
do it. No,
Thank you, Danielle.
And guys, real quick, we have another, our last live Largo show of the year. It's our Christmas show. It's going to be at Largo on December 14th. Our special guest is Miss June Diane Raphael, who was just a guest last week, or a few weeks ago. So if you're in Los Angeles, get some tickets. It's going to be our last show of the year, our last live show. Also, we have some new Bitch Sesh swag coming just in time for the holidays that you can buy. We're really excited about it. People have been asking us forever, and so that will be available. We'll get that link up very soon, but it will be ready in time for the holidays. Casey, we miss you. We can't wait to see you when you're back. She's still on maternity leave right
That's
now.
a cute baby.
Oh, right. Cute baby.
That's a cute baby.
April Mouton. A gem, a jewel, a millennial. We love you. Lyra, you guys, you don't even know Lyra, but oof, you guys, gorgeous. Gorgeous. We have some gorgeous
A good
gals
eyebrow.
here. Right? Beautiful head of hair. Beautiful head of hair.
A natural blonde.
Yeah. Thank you,
amazing.
July. Thank you, Luz. Thank you, everyone at Earwolf. And again, thank you guys, our listeners. Love you guys. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and this is Gilbert Gottfried's amazing Colossal Podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Frank Santopadre. Please welcome to the show, Norman Lear.
Who happened to make it also to Gilbert Gottfried and his podcast.
Ira Glass.
Very happy to be here.
This is Joyce Van Patten.
Hi, this is Frank Conniff.
Hi, I'm Dee Wallace.
Hi, this is Tom Bergeron.
Hey everybody, this is Tommy James.
Hey, I'm Clint Howard.
Hi there, I'm Jackie the Joke Man Marley.
Hi, I'm Bobcat Goldthwait. I don't do that voice anymore. Well, I guess if you gave me money. You're listening to Gilbert Gottfried's amazing Colossal Podcast.
What an introduction! It gave me shit chills. Damn.
Thank you, Johnny.
Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast, available on iTunes, Earwolf, Stitcher, and wherever podcasts can be heard. New episodes every Monday, with bonus episodes on Stitcher Premium every Thursday. Go to gilbertpodcast.com for more info.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.